Hey heathens, it's Lola here. I wrote a book. What? After much time quietly writing and loudly healing, I decided I wanted to share my story in detail. You may have heard my story of deconstruction and divorce on podcasts, but all the things I've been afraid to say or unable to adequately verbally express are now carved in script. My story takes you back to where I inherited a fear-filled faith and how I demolished the ideas of what love was, and how I discovered a future amid the smoke and rubble. I'm excited for you to get to experience my journey even more closely. I hope that this part of my life gives you hope and makes you feel brave to tell your own stories. My deconstruction memoir, Bludgeoned Faith, is out right now and available on Amazon paperback books or as an ebook on Kindle. If you have Kindle Unlimited, you already have access to this book. Click the link in our show notes and grab your copy today of Bludgeoned Faith by Lola Robbins. Thank you for your continued support. Now back to the show. Greetings, heathens. Dare to cross the threshold into the haunted halls of Deadly Faith's Halloween edition, a nightmarish descent into possessions, exorcisms, and unholy terror. Enter if your soul can withstand it. Ooh. You have a good ghost
Thank you.
moan or whatever.
You have a great moan. Oh my God, thank you.
I don't know what else to call it.
I know, right? It is. I thought the same thing when I did it. I was like, damn, girl, that was good.
It sounded like something off a cartoon.
I don't moan like a ghost very often, but apparently I got it down. Just kidding. Anyways, so who are we talking about today, Lola?
We're talking about Charity Martin, and I have trigger warnings.
Okay.
Murder and exorcisms.
Okay. So the topics of our October
Yeah.
in its entirety.
Right on
the money.
That's it. Okay, so Charity Miranda Martin, 17 years old, a cheerleader at school, living with mom, Vivian, and her sister, who is 19, Serena, and her other sister, who is Elizabeth, and she's 14. She's got two sisters.
Am I going to like Vivian? Because this is just me being judgmental. I feel like Vivians are bitches. You know what I mean?
Vivian kind of sounds like a scary, villain in a Disney film. You know?
I'm thinking more of like, I'm going to call the HOA because your shrubs are 12 inches too long.
Oh.
That's the Vivian I have in my head.
Well, she's not like that. She's more hippie woo-woo, but whatever.
Oh, okay. Okay.
All right. And they live in New York. In 1990, Vivian and the girl's dad, Arthur, had separated. And Vivian and the girls moved to New York to be with her parents.
Okay.
So Vivian's parents.
Gotcha.
Vivian and her dad were really, really close. So it was no issue for them to come stay with them.
Good.
And the girls, her parents had a ranch-style house that's like split level. So it works almost like two apartments, kind of.
Yeah, those like split level houses are so freaking common on the East Coast. It's insane.
Are they?
Yeah, especially like we saw them off and on when we were in the North and the East Coast or West Coast. But the East Coast, Tyler can't tell you how many houses he's painted that have been split level. There's so many.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know why. Now you know.
Well, the girls all lived downstairs and then the parents lived upstairs.
Okay.
So Vivian is undergoing this divorce and she starts to look for ways to cope, healthy ways, as healthy as possible. And so she turns to religion.
As one does, unfortunately.
Sure. Doesn't always mean it's a bad thing.
No, not always, for sure.
Inherently. So she begins practicing Santeria, which is a powerful form of witchcraft.
We've talked about this before, haven't we? Have we mentioned it? It sounds familiar.
We've mentioned a little bit of Santeria with the Pazuzu case.
Okay, that's where it was. Okay, that makes sense.
Because he was dealing with satanic forces and then he also was practicing the craft in a way.
Or trying to.
I think we might have brought it up there.
Yeah.
So Santeria is a syncretic Afro-Cuban religion that blends Yoruba traditions from West Africa and then aspects of Roman Catholicism. It's a weird hybrid, and I don't know all the rules for it.
Okay.
Well, Santeria is also called the Way of the Saints, and it worships Aurikas, which are mystical and powerful deities that are an extension of a supreme god, but it's not like God Allah. I can't even pronounce the name. It's like Aludomere.
Okay.
But the Aurikas are like communicated with through a medium, and an occult practitioner will contact the spirits through divination. And then they'll use supernatural powers to like prophesy the future or practice like healing, miracles, stuff like that. So
okay, so Pentecostalism, but just a different brand. That's what I'm getting.
Just a smidge more hippie woo woo.
Yeah, hippie woo woo, but yeah.
And then so she starts practicing this, and she also gets a job at a holistic spiritual store.
She's full blown into it. Diving deep. Okay, here we go.
And with changes with her career and then like in her spiritual life, like just personally, so the dynamics begin to change at home, obviously. Her relationships with the girls start to change. So like not going to the doctor also was part of what changed in their lifestyle.
No. Not good.
Instead of doing that, they would pray to the gods and do animal sacrifices to the gods. But I don't know if they like killed an animal or if they just presented a dead animal as a burnt offering.
To be hunting for some roadkill?
I don't know. Well, like,
oh my God. Either way, it's weird as fuck.
I don't know. I couldn't confirm if there was like actual animal abuse. So
what are you doing today? Hunting for roadkill for my seance or
casual
sacrifice? What? Okay. Wow.
That's very Old Testament of you.
Very.
Because they would also offer like burnt herbs to the gods as sacrifices too. So
I wonder what burning does. Like, what's the burning? Is it like releasing it into the energy? Like the energy?
Well, fire is like purifying.
Okay, yeah. Because you like burn Palo Santo, to like cleanse the energy. People will do that and stuff. And it's long-standing traditions across multiple cultures of burning things for...
Fire tends to like act like a medium between like the veils,
Okay.
And like calling in things. So
I can see that.
So Serena, the oldest daughter, she was in college and she also was dabbling in the same practices with her mom.
Okay.
And then Elizabeth, the youngest, she just admires the women in her life. Okay.
Yeah.
She loves to dance. She looks up to Charity because Charity's a cheerleader and stuff. And she listens to her mom. Obviously, like she trusts her mom and her older sisters.
Yeah.
So she was willing to like participate in like some of their rituals and prayers and stuff. She probably just thought it was fun.
It was benign
more than anything
to her. Yeah.
Yeah.
And did you say we're in the 70s?
We're in the 1990s.
90s. Ooh, okay. This stuff is taboo as shit in the 90s.
Yeah. So Vivian's mom was a conservative Catholic, and there were a lot of disagreements. So her mom's name is Emma. She's close with her dad.
Yeah.
And he's okay with what she's doing, but her mom is not so understanding. I don't think that they have a good relationship or that they had a good relationship.
Okay. She's definitely clutching her pearls, watching her daughter.
She's like, stop doing that and don't involve my granddaughters in that. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Lots of disagreements between them just with spiritual matters. So summer of 1997, Charity really wanted to have a seniors party. So she was an upcoming senior that year, and she wanted to like celebrate the new school year, being a senior in high school. Like,
yeah,
it's an important year.
Yeah. Oh, it's huge.
So she was like, I want to have a party with my friends at the house and stuff. And Vivian agreed to it, but Emma was not on board with it. She didn't want to like have a party. She was like, we have too much going on. Like, don't.
Come on.
Not right now.
Grandma, loosen up.
So sad. Yeah. And then also at that same time, I kind of understand where Emma was coming from because her husband, Samuel, so Vivian's dad, had been diagnosed with pulmonary fibrosis, and he would likely pass within that same year.
Oh, that's okay. I take that back.
I think maybe she was just thinking like, let's just do family things. Let's not like,
That's understandable. Huge pass.
And Vivian was also like concerned about that too, but she was more open to try and like give Charity the things that she wanted.
Yeah.
And then again, Vivian had to consider that Emma could kick them out. You know, her mom could just be like, get out, especially with her dad on the outs and stuff.
And that's who she had a good relationship with.
Yeah. So Vivian's just like in a dark place right now, and she's really stressed, like to the max, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And she's trying to help care for her father too. And she meets a new friend during this time who claims to be a witch. And this friend teaches her to read tarot cards.
Okay.
Which is a complex thing.
Yeah.
And you can't just trust anyone to like teach you the art, or like it takes a lot of study and practice.
Yeah.
So Vivian was like super excited though to learn about it, and then to also talk about it with her daughters, because like, you know, they're kind of involved with that stuff too. And so she's sharing it with them. Now, Charity, if you're wondering, she's not interested in any of the stuff that her mom and sisters are practicing. She doesn't have anything against it. She's just like prioritizing things at school and things with friends. Like she's just not interested in the spiritual stuff.
She's busy. It's her senior year.
Mm-hmm.
She is a cheerleader.
Mm-hmm.
Like she's got shit going on. She's like, you do you, but...
She's planning for a future after graduation too. Like she's got dreams and goals, and she's thinking ahead.
Yeah, exactly.
Plus, she has a boyfriend and she has a job at a restaurant too.
Mm-hmm.
So like her schedule is packed between practice, school, work, boyfriends, social stuff. Like,
yep.
Yeah, so there wasn't any tension with the indifference that Charity had to the spiritual rituals that they were practicing in the house.
Gotcha.
So she practices the tarot stuff with the other daughters, Elizabeth and Serena. And it's very like, it's still very benign, okay?
And you said she as in Vivian.
Vivian.
Right, okay. Making sure I was thinking of the same person.
Mm-hmm. So Vivian is looking to connect with the universe at this point in time. She wants the universe to save her father.
Okay.
Because, you know, he's on the outs. That's her, like, pretty much her best friend. You know, she's losing her husband. She's got this, like, she had to uproot her life and go to New York and everything.
Oh, no.
She's desperate for something to save him. In desperation, desperate times call for desperate measures? Question mark.
I don't like this. I have a feeling. Oh, I have a feeling, and it's not a good one.
So, Vivian makes another friend during this time as she's stressed and diving into this new spiritual practice. And her name is Raven. And this person becomes her mentor and her advisor, and like someone that spiritually helps to guide her and to connect with the universe.
Okay.
So Raven told Vivian that Emma, her mom, was a bad witch and was putting spells over the house. And that's part of why her dad is so sick.
No.
And that's why there's such like tension between you guys. Like, it makes sense, right?
Oh my God.
And, you know, she's following that path. There's breadcrumbs, you know.
There's breadcrumbs wherever you want to put breadcrumbs. You can make any dot connect. No.
I don't follow Panko, personally. That's not for me. But Vivian chooses that path. So.
Yeah, she does. Oh, no.
So Vivian starts looking for more like clues because she really trusts this person. So she's like kind of watching her mom around the house. And her mom had this like dollhouse that was almost a perfect model of their house.
That's impressive.
Isn't it? So Vivian starts jumping to the conclusion that the dollhouse is like a voodoo dollhouse.
I promise you guys, I did not know. I don't know this case. I don't know why I would brought up voodoo, but voodoo came in my head.
That's why I don't know for sure about this particular religion, if voodoo is like a part of it, or if she's just getting this information from like her other like friends.
Yeah.
I don't believe that these other witches that she's met are practicing Santeria.
Yeah. Yeah.
At least not the same way traditionally. So
yeah. And if it seems like, at least in her perspective, voodoo is something that's negative. And that's not, the Western world has demonized voodooism and turned it into something that is actually not what voodoo is or how it started. It's been made up to fit Hollywood movies and the satanic panic kind of.
Literally look at The Princess and the Frog.
Mm-hmm.
The whole movie demonizes voodoo.
Mm-hmm. It does.
You know? And like
does.
even it kind of makes the like medicinal healers fall in that same category in a way, with the way that like Hollywood portrays voodoo. Yeah.
Not to say there aren't some like major scammers out there and they be, you know, whatever, but like.
There's always a bad egg.
Yeah. They're all out
nasty
there.
Little roly-poly.
But if we look at the history of it, it was not too nasty little roly-poly. But if we look at the history of it, it was not the beginning of it. From what I know, I could be wrong. We should do an episode on just voodooism.
Let's dig into that, because I don't know much about it, but I'm very interested to learn more about that too.
I learned a little bit about it like a year ago. I listened to an episode all about voodooism, and I thought it was super cool. And yeah, I think we could definitely do an episode on it. But
cool. Okay, so she believes at this point that her mom is controlling the household through this voodoo dollhouse. And her friend also tells her, you know, your other daughters, they're interested in what you're doing. And like, you have a closer bond with them. But notice that Charity doesn't. Don't you think that your mom is probably trying to pull Charity away from you with her like controlling the house and stuff? You know?
The way I just want to like pop that woman in her face.
I know. Like, with a ruler.
Shut your damn mouth right now. Bad girl. I'm going to get the spray bottle from like the cats. Like, stop it.
Yes.
Nope. Stop it.
Should we put holy water in it?
Yes.
Or moon water?
Yes.
Even better?
Even better.
Holy moon water.
Get the double blessing.
Moon Gatorade. We'll see.
You can sell that shit on, you know, some Christian
Get your
network.
electrolytes along with your moon powers. Okay. So December of 1997, Charity gets super, super sick. But she does not go to the doctor because her mom will not take her.
Okay, girl. Be so fucking for real right now.
How do you do that to your own daughter? Like,
I hate this.
I can't stand to even think about like my animals being in any sort of uncomfortable position. Pain, itchiness, suffering, like too hot, too cold, like. So how could you let your own daughter be any type of way like that and not want to intervene with?
And a lot of religions do it where they have the belief of like, oh, God will heal me. I don't need modern medicine. Or they'll only seek modern medicine in cases of like a broken bone or something like that, but not a vaccine, not preventative, not cancer, not anything like crazy internally. Like, no, God will heal me. God will heal me, you know, or this is God gave me this sickness on purpose or whatever. It's grinds my gears.
Let's use common sense, folks.
God gave us doctors and science and advancements.
Yeah, just the evolution of humanity has really helped us to like, the quality of life is chef's kiss now for the most part.
We've come a long way. It's amazing. And I love it.
Since 1930, yeah, I'll take it. Like, I'm fine.
Yeah.
So Vivian thinks that Charity is sick because Emma, her mom, has made her sick because of the whole controlling the house and all the like evil, bad things she's doing as a bad witch. Reminder that Emma is a conservative Catholic.
I was like, these Catholics be crazy, apparently.
She's got nothing to do with any like witchcraft.
That's like the one Christian denomination that's like the opposite of all of that. Like they're the most like traditional. Well, you know what I mean? Like they're like the most traditional. They're not out there speaking in tongues and like doing all the crazy shit that like Pentecostals.
If they do mass in Latin and if they you know, drink the blood and eat the body, in a way it's ritualistic. That is a reminder of like pagan roots, but like it's not the same as
yeah. They've got that traditional vibe. But I guess that could be it's very skull and crossbones type.
It can be,
you know, like secret society type traditional feel.
So January rolls around, right? Charity is still sick, and
oh my gosh,
unfortunately, her dad passes away. So Samuel is now dead, and Vivian is super distraught, as you can imagine.
Right.
And she's angry too. That's grief, is it not?
Yeah.
And she's angry because all of her mom's friends show up
Okay.
to the funeral.
That's if Andrew died, I'd show up. That's it's what I'd do.
The funeral is not for the dead. It's for the living that are grieving.
Yeah. Why? Why is she mad? I'm so confused.
Because she thinks they're all in a coven working together.
Girl.
That's why. Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So one of her dad's friends was from Jamaica, and he came to the funeral wearing a Jamaican headdress.
Okay. Those are beautiful.
And Vivian was extremely put off by him, and especially whenever her mom introduced the girls to him and told them to shake his hand, pretty much.
She's also racist?
I don't know if it's I don't know what's up with Vivian.
She's gone off the deep end.
Especially if that's your dad's friend, why do you... It's not even mom's friend. So, why is he a threat?
Yeah.
Is it just because he, maybe is wearing something that, spiritually signifies that he doesn't believe in the things that you do?
Yeah. And Jamaica is known for, more voodoo-type practices. So maybe that's a connection where she's you taught her the voodoo.
Anything's possible at this point. So,
right.
Charity is very much sick at this point still. Her appearance is terrible. She's lost weight. She's weak and frail, out of breath. Family and friends that were at the funeral were like, is she okay?
Yeah.
They were really concerned.
She's been sick for weeks now.
She's been sick for a full month at this point because it was December of 97. Now it's January.
Right.
So Vivian is still unwilling to take her to the doctor or help her with professional care.
CPS.
That would have been helpful here.
Yeah.
Well, Vivian couldn't save her dad, obviously, as much as she tried to with all the forces of the universe and her intervention with her other witch friends and divination healers and stuff. So now she's just looking to communicate with him.
Okay.
Which is possible.
All right. Have a little seance. Commune with the dead. Okay.
She's journaling everything, and then she's looking for physical signs of his spirit. So a common sign in nature of a past loved one visiting would be a cardinal, a red cardinal.
Yeah.
Butterflies can also signify a past loved one is trying to reach out to you or connect with you or witness something in your life.
Yeah.
Doves are also another divine being that people look to. That's why they're at weddings too and funerals.
Yes.
So she's looking for all of these types of signs, right?
Right.
And she's not well.
No.
She's not eating or sleeping.
Oh, she's okay. I was thinking not well in the head, but we already knew that. Now she's not well overall.
But she's making it worse by neglecting her physical body, not eating, not sleeping, and neither is her oldest daughter, Serena.
Wow.
They're both distraught over his passing and trying to connect with him and just in the most desperate form looking for any type of sign from him.
And getting nothing. Okay, keep going. I always jump ahead.
So Emma, the grandma,
yes,
is super worried for all of them.
Yeah.
And she tells extended family about her worries, but not much is really done. She kind of vents to them about the situation and is I'm so worried that something bad's going to happen to all of them. And they don't look well. They're not sleeping. They're not eating, whatever. So Charity and Vivian are off work for the funeral and everything.
Took some time off.
Can you believe she's still working while she's sick? Anyway.
Yeah, I know, right? Badass. But I'm sorry you have to be that way.
Mm-hmm. So when it's time for her to return to work, she doesn't show up.
Okay.
Charity doesn't show up.
Okay.
So after the shift where she's supposed to have come into the restaurant, her coworkers, they know that this is not like her. She would call.
Yeah.
Or she would let somebody know.
She was responsible.
Mm-hmm. So they go to her house to check in on her. And the house is kind of dark.
Yeah.
It is nighttime, so everyone could be asleep. But no one is answering the doors, and they like knock on some windows, try to get someone's attention, but no one comes. And so they circle the house and they go to where Charity's bedroom is, and they look through the window and they see that her work outfit is laid on the bed, like ready to go.
Like she was ready to go to work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And they can also hear some female voices inside that are arguing just distantly. So like far back in the house, downstairs.
But won't answer the door.
Nope, no one is answering the door at all. So they left, like they wrote a note to Charity and then they just left it at the front door and they left.
Oh my God, I don't like this. I don't like this.
Emma's brother is in town because of the funeral and everything.
So the uncle.
Mm-hmm, yeah, so he was staying with the family and he left that afternoon. I don't know what he was doing, but he left to run errands or something. So he was away and, Charity was supposed to go to work. When he came home, the door was locked, so he knocked, no answer. Someone came to the window and closed the blinds, but he couldn't see if it was his sister or one of the girls, whatever. And he thought, like, they're just grieving, like, this is really hard, so, like, let me just kind of, like, let him chill out for a little bit. So he came back that evening, and he came back at around, like, 10 o'clock at night with some other family members. And now they're all, like, trying to get in the windows and other doors and stuff. They're calling out for anyone to answer. Now they're just really worried for like the well-being of them. Like, did they accidentally hurt themselves?
This is some odd-ass behavior.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So no one is answering them. And through one window, they are able to see an altar, what looks like an altar, with candles that are lit and dripping.
Uh-huh.
And books that are stacked all around it.
Uh-huh.
And some weird looking symbols. They're not sure, but they've been like drawn around them or like formed out of salt and stuff like that.
Okay.
So that's weird because we're Catholic.
I'm so fucking creeped out. I'm like, I was waiting for you to be like, and then there was a severed head. I was like,
and
literally.
Then the hand. So that was all until they look through the window that's facing Emma's bedroom doorway.
Mm-hmm.
And they see a body lying on the floor.
Okay, I don't like this.
So they immediately call police. They're thinking that this is Emma and she fell down the stairs and she got knocked out or something. So they call the police immediately and law enforcement gets there about 30 minutes later.
30 minutes? Jesus.
They live kind of out in it. Like, so they're not in New York City. They're in New York State. So they're kind of out a little bit.
Okay. I give him some grace, but Jesus Christ. We found a body. Okay, see you in 30 minutes.
Ding-a-ding-a-ding. Yeah. Just meandering our way. So some officers went close to the window to look inside, and then they were surprised because they started hearing something weird.
No.
It sounded musical. It sounded like a record playing.
Okay.
And then they recognized some lyrics. It's Frank Sinatra.
Are they doing a seance with Frank Sinatra?
Well, then they hear something else besides Frank Sinatra. They hear chanting.
Oh my God. It's a seance with Frank Sinatra.
It's time to call the dead with Frank Sinatra. Don't do that.
Don't do that. If Frank would be like, don't even think about it.
So we've already established that all the windows and doors are locked. Yes. No one is coming to the doors. But because of the body lying on the ground, the officers think the best course of action is to break the door. So they did.
Probable cause, baby. Get on in there.
I mean, yeah. So officers sweep through the home quickly and they locate the body on the floor and identify the person very quickly because she is one of the best cheerleaders for their school in that community.
Is Charity?
That's Charity Martin. She's lying face down, shirtless, covered with a sheet.
What the fuck did they do to her?
So as some of the officers are like trying to tend to her body, other officers head downstairs to follow the chanting and Sinatra, as it were. And they find just a disgusting mess on the way. Like there's trash littered everywhere downstairs at that like apartment down there. There's dirty dishes, there's clothes. Like it's a pigsty pretty much.
Yeah.
It's like they haven't.
And this is where they lived. Vivian
and Serena and Elizabeth and Charity.
Okay.
So it's just disgusting down there. So, because, they're not in the right minds. They've been neglecting themselves. It probably smells really bad, too.
Yeah.
Because they're not showering. So,
ew.
So they're following the voices to the sound of the downstairs bedroom.
Okay.
And the chanting came from none other than Vivian, Serena, and Elizabeth.
Okay.
And they were all holding each other close with a Bible open in front of them that they had been reading from.
Witches use Bibles?
Well, remember that Santeria takes some Roman Catholic roots?
Oh, they do. I forgot. Okay, yeah.
So technically, I guess this is par for the course in a way.
Okay, so like a religious witch.
It might be the backing to the rest of the like pagan beliefs.
Yeah.
Officers separate the girls from each other and they start asking questions. And Serena, the oldest, she says to them, just matter of fact, that, Charity was possessed by a demon. She was sick, like for a full month or so. She didn't want to do anything that we're doing. She was kind of like, didn't come home a whole lot, so obviously.
Because she had her own life, that doesn't mean that she has a demon.
Are you just upset she had a boyfriend? Like, be real.
Right?
Be so for real with me.
No.
So when they try to talk to Vivian, she's just like a mumbling, bumbling mess. And she's like speaking erratically and frantically, saying that she killed her daughter, Charity, and that's good, right? Like she killed her, she had a demon inside her, and that, she didn't want her to die, but she had to die. And in Santeria, it's good that I killed my daughter because like Charity is a sacrifice to God. She's just spouting off all this nonsense.
Oh my God.
And officers are like, the fuck is Santeria? Like,
yeah, they're like, thanks for confessing, but what?
Exactly. Yeah. So Emma gives a statement to police outlining Vivian's strange behavior. Where
the fuck was Emma this whole time? Is she part of this seance? I'm sorry.
I'll talk about that in a minute.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm so confused.
So when they get Vivian, they, she tells them about all the behavior ever since the wake and everything, and her father's death and how close they were and how she was practicing the stuff beforehand. And she said that around 4 p.m., she heard Vivian screaming that she was going to kill Charity.
Emma is talking about all of this. Okay.
Yeah. And Emma called her daughter-in-law, Shannon, to come and get her because she was scared of Vivian. And she left the home to stay with her son and daughter-in-law. So she just left. I don't know how you do that as a grandma.
What?
But like,
you heard her yelling, I'm going to kill Charity. And you went, oh my God, I have to save myself.
Yeah. I don't really know what she was thinking. Why didn't you call the police?
That is literally the most selfish response.
Because the police could have also got you away from there if you were that worried about your own safety.
You can leave.
And they could have, taken care of the granddaughters and gotten Vivian help.
You can leave the home. Just take Charity with you. Charity wasn't into all of this. I think if you just went up to her and been like, hey, your mom said she's going to kill you. I think we should leave. She'd be like, yeah, let's go right now.
You know what I'm also wondering about? Why didn't Emma take Charity to the doctor? Like, why did she not intervene? Because obviously Charity is going back to work and stuff, and she's like having to go probably to school still, So why did you not just like after school one day pick her up, and go to the doctor? Why?
I would lie. I'd be like, let me catch some charges. I'll lie and be like, yeah, I can sign away and approve her medical intervention. Sure.
I mean, she's the grandma, so I mean,
charge me, bitch. I think it's depending on the states, but I'm pretty sure you still don't have, like my in-laws don't have rights to take my kids to just take them to the doctor.
That's true. So Elizabeth, the youngest daughter, they speak to her, and she said, for the last few months, my sister Charity has been possessed by a demon. That's what my mom told me. and it would go in and out of her. So it wasn't always in her. But there was no love in Charity, and her body broke out in all these like pimples and stuff, and she got really thin, and she had this wart on her finger, and the demon had to get out of her. So my mom and Serena and me prayed out loud to make it leave her.
Wow. Poor kid.
I don't blame Elizabeth here.
No, you can't. You can't.
She really was thinking that they were going to help her sister.
Yeah. She was fully brainwashed into this.
There's also more that Elizabeth talks about in a second. So she said that Charity started calling out for her dead granddad.
Oh, no.
During the whole happening.
Yeah.
The whole murder.
Yeah.
And she said that they held Charity down while the demon screamed and fought them. And they asked her if the demon was gone. And Charity shook her head no, saying, "It hurts. It hurts. Get it out."
I don't believe that.
I'm not sure if she's a child.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if she might be like exaggerating in a bit, like in a way, just a little bit. I don't know.
Or did she hear what she wanted to hear?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, it hurts. Get off. And she heard, get it out.
Yeah.
You know?
That's it. I can definitely see her saying it hurts.
Yeah.
But I don't know about that last part. So she said that her mom, Vivian, told Charity that she loved her, and Charity was crying, and Vivian put her face on Charity's and told her to blow the demon into Vivian's mouth so she could kill it. That's just a whole other level of like disturbing to me.
My brain can't make those two dots connect, but okay.
You don't have to.
Yeah.
They won't.
Yeah.
And then after a few moments, Elizabeth said that Vivian turned to Serena and herself and said, "I'm sorry, girls, but this is no longer Charity, but she's all demon."
Oh my God.
So Vivian then took a pillow and tried to smother Charity, and Elizabeth became very upset, and Vivian told her to go to her room. So Elizabeth said that she went to her room and she wanted to call 911. She picked up the phone and her fingers were hovering over the buttons. Like, she wanted to get help at that point. She knew something was deeply wrong with the situation, and that this probably wasn't what she was made to think.
That's not what she signed up for.
But then she said that she knew if she did call, the buttons on the phone were so loud that her mom would hear her dialing them, and she was afraid that her mom would get her next.
Yeah. If you don't know, the phones back in the days, back in the 90s, it was like, beep, beep, beep. You know, like, home phones were so loud. You didn't have cell phones, so it is very loud. I have no words. It's just like, you're getting upset and you're interrupting me while I'm trying to murder your sister. Go to your room.
Go to your room.
What the hell?
Mm-hmm.
Not a sentence I thought I'd ever say.
Because you never will.
No, absolutely not.
So Elizabeth said that she tried to leave out the window of her bedroom, but she hit a piece of furniture and the furniture made a noise when it moved. And then she was afraid that her mom would hear her. And so she just like stopped in case her mom was about to come in the room, you know, and discovered her trying to escape. So Elizabeth said she was so scared and she could hear her sister crying and screaming and her mom and her other sister. So she just got under the covers and hid in her room and just kind of waited it out.
Oh, that hits home more than I think anything does, because how many times as a kid did you just, like, when you were going to bed or you were scared of the dark or like something's under your bed, if you could just get under your covers, you're safe. If there's an intruder, I'm under my covers. They can't see me.
They can't get me under here.
I am totally fine. And so, like, that just being our comfort place and our safe space as a child is...
Well, and then also think, like, she's almost a teenager. She's a preteen. That's something that you did as a young child. So, like, that type of fear that she must have been experiencing in that moment just took her right back to being, like, a helpless child.
Yeah,
you know?
absolutely.
I mean, she's still a child, but just, you know.
Yeah.
It's different.
Yeah.
So she said that after some time, she came back into the room with Vivian and Serena, and her mom told her, don't look at Elizabeth. But she did.
Yeah.
So she did see her sister's body. Smothering Charity had not worked, so Serena had held her down while Vivian tied a plastic bag around her head. And Charity had fought very hard, but she'd also been really sick, and she was weak.
So she was weak.
Super frail. She lost strength, and with a lack of oxygen, she fainted and then passed away.
Oh my God. Brutal.
And Serena, the other sister, she's pacing the floor after this has happened. Vivian is telling them, don't be sad. That was not Charity. That was a demon.
Oh, these poor girls.
But Serena is dawning on her what just happened. And she's been pulled out of that spiritual psychosis in a way.
Mm-hmm. The veil has been lifted.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So Serena and Vivian, they drag Charity's lifeless body to the end of the stairs by their door. And then Vivian took the girls to their room and put on her dad's favorite album, which was a Frank Sinatra album. And they sat on the bed and held hands. And then Serena read from the book of Revelation so that they could invite the second coming of her grandfather, Samuel, so he could return to earth to be with them and protect them from his wife, Emma.
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I have no words. I really, literally have no words.
Notice that they don't want to call back Charity's spirit, though. Notice that.
No.
It's like Charity didn't even matter.
But what doesn't make sense to me is the dad didn't really care.
No.
What they were doing, but he also wasn't involved. He was gravy, baby. He was neutral. And so was Charity. So what's the difference?
Good question.
You gave birth to Charity.
Mm-hmm.
What?
So apparently that's why
I can't.
The police officers heard Frank Sinatra, and the chanting was Serena reading from the book over and over.
And especially Revelations, Jesus Christ, that must have been creepy as fuck, hearing Frank Sinatra, a dead body, hearing Frank Sinatra and hearing chanting, which is actually the book of Revelations, which is not a fun book to read, guys. It's not a great book of the Bible.
It's confusing. It's a confusing little book.
It's confusing. It's also dark as hell. So
yeah,
really? I can't imagine what they felt walking into that. Also, poor Frank. How dare you defile his name?
I was going to say, in all of my research for the possessions cases for this Halloween series, I did not think Frank Sinatra would come up.
Nope. I can agree with you on that one. Definitely didn't think he was going to come up on this season. But okay, here we are.
So after they speak with police, obviously, Serena and Vivian are arrested.
Mm-hmm.
And Elizabeth's testimony and firsthand account, of Serena and Vivian murdering Charity. With that, they were charged with her murder. And Vivian's attorney, you're going to love this because you already know where it's going. She pleads what?
Insanity.
That's right.
Knew that was coming.
Mm-hmm. It's just too easy in a case like this with a possession type thing.
Yeah.
Which, let's not ignore the fact that Vivian was not in a very healthy mental state, most likely.
No, she was mentally unwell.
I mean, starting with the distress from her divorce, uprooting their lives with 3 young girls, moving in with her parents. Her and her mom had a tumultuous relationship.
Yeah.
She loses her father. She's searching desperately for enlightenment, higher powers, healing, divination, connection for the other side. So
yeah,
with all that, the paranoid delusions, it just kind of makes sense that this could have been attributed to some mental health struggles. However, it doesn't negate the fact that she was the adult in the situation.
Right.
With resources to be able to help herself and Charity. And
it's not, from what I know, and you can correct me if I am wrong, but from what I'm understanding, she didn't have a psychotic break. She didn't have a diagnosis of,
not that we know of,
schizophrenia or psychotic.
No.
She didn't have any of that. And she just was so heavily brainwashed into thinking that what she was doing.
It was a lot of the power of suggestion, too, from her other friends.
Yeah. Yeah. Which, insanity, I can see it. If I'm being honest, I can see it. Because she didn't run away from the crime scene. She didn't try to hide what she did. She was upfront, like, yes, I had to do this. Like,
and she even said at the offers, it was good, right? Like, I had to do it because in Santeria, it's good that I killed my daughter. And like, she's like saying like, it's bad, but it's good.
Yeah. Like if I give them enough information, they'll understand and they'll come to my side and get it. Yeah.
She just wants them to understand like what she's trying to do spiritually versus what actually happened physically. So it doesn't matter though. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't negate the fact like she's still consequences. Yeah. You still deserve consequences.
Charity honestly underwent some torture, like an attempt at being smothered, being held down.
Terrifying. Absolutely fucking terrifying.
By your own family?
Yeah.
By your sisters and your mother?
Mm-hmm.
So Vivian was evaluated and doctors looked over her history, the crime scene. They took in all the factors. Vivian most likely had highly organized paranoid delusions.
Okay.
I don't know if that's different from the late 90s versus what it would be today, 20 years later.
Yeah.
It could be classified as something different for all I know.
Yeah.
And for our mental health experts out there, weigh in. Let us know.
Yeah. Like, does that come on by power of suggestion? Because she wasn't thinking any of this until somebody else brought it to her. And we're like, oh, well, your mom's a bad witch. And that miniature house is a voodoo house she's using to...
She hadn't just gotten that dollhouse too. She had that dollhouse for a very long time. So...
Yeah.
It doesn't really make sense that just now she's using it to control, the powers that be over this house. So
yeah, but it wasn't like, you know what I mean? But like, it didn't just come out of her own head. It was like,
yes,
it was told to her.
Like her friends were suggesting this was a possibility, if not what they believe to be the most likely scenario.
And what was the diagnosis again?
Highly organized paranoid delusions.
Okay. So I'm curious.
Vivian had believed like full-heartedly when she spoke to these mental health professionals that Charity was alive somehow in the spiritual realm. And because of like this delusional diagnosis, the doctors agreed with the defense of insanity. And she was declared insane in 1999. But within a few months, she was deemed as mentally sound. Because 2 mental health analysts met with Vivian like a couple months after the fact. And they were like, she's not dangerous and she's not mentally ill.
Because you can recover to a point where you're mentally stable to stand trial.
Obviously, when traumatic things happen, combined with like her grief too.
Yeah.
In the moment, she probably was having paranoid delusions. But that doesn't mean it's forever.
Yeah.
So it seems like that's what happened here. So yeah, they agree that she's not dangerous. So she was sent to a non-secure facility and she pled guilty. No, she didn't have to plead guilty, technically. Because her plea was insanity, but her time then was going to be
in a hospital.
Served at that non-secure facility.
Yeah, okay.
So Serena pled guilty to second-degree manslaughter and was given 1.5 to 4 years in prison. I don't know how long Vivian Martin served.
Okay.
Because this case was not heavily covered. It was hard to find a lot of information on it. If anyone out there has that info,
let us know. Yeah.
And we'll update it in the show notes.
Yeah.
Serena's dad, Arthur, supported his daughters. He did end up like officially divorcing Vivian.
Yeah.
After this.
You don't say.
Serena did her time and then was released from prison. She moved on in life. She got married and even had a child.
Aww.
And Elizabeth was not held accountable because she was a minor.
Gotcha.
She was 14 when this happened. And Elizabeth actually changed her name completely, so first and last name. And she is completely estranged from the family. You can't find her anywhere.
Yeah.
I don't even know what her name is now.
Amen, girl. I hope you're doing well. Because, whoa.
I'm glad that she separated herself because honestly, I don't really know how you come back from this.
You don't.
And she knew that something was wrong. And she wanted to help. I don't blame her.
Oh, no. No, not at all.
For honestly any part of this.
Absolutely not.
What started as probably like harmless fun and like connecting with her sister and mom.
Yeah.
Became something so much darker. And she shouldn't have had to see her sister die. She shouldn't have had to go through this betrayal with her older sister and her mom. She was just put in a horrible position.
Horrible.
And then let's absolutely not forget Charity, because it feels like she kind of gets... This case is about her, but it's like all the covers I saw, it's just talking about Vivian.
Yeah.
I don't have many pictures of Charity, and I don't know much more about her besides she worked in a restaurant. She had a boyfriend. She was a good cheerleader. She liked to dance. She had lofty goals for her like graduation and future career, but I know nothing else specific about her.
I will say I can have grace for like almost everybody in this case in some way, shape, or form. Like being sucked in, being brainwashed.
Even Serena, in a way, I can.
Yeah. I can even have a little grace for Vivian. You know? Like,
I can't when it comes to your own daughters. Like, should I ever get the honor to be a parent? Like, there's no way.
I have to be just like, it. Like when I say it's small, but like you were sucked in and you were brainwashed, and we can all be vulnerable. The one person in this case that I cannot give the insiest, winsiest little bit of grace to,
Emma,
is fucking Emma.
Yeah.
What the fuck? You walked up out of that house after your granddaughter is being threatened. Her life is being threatened. You have made it known that you are worried about them. They are not doing well. You know your daughter is in the woo-woo stuff that you're just like, what the fuck is going on? That you are even clutching your pearls about. And you walk up on out of that house and not try to save your daughter, not even try to call 911.
Yeah.
It could fucking excuse me? No grace. Sorry. Can't give it.
Yeah.
Sorry, not sorry.
I get the position she was in, that she was grieving her husband, that her daughter's doing crazy stuff and she isn't close with her daughter. Like, I understand the situation she was in, but I still would have done differently. And like, I feel like any good grandma would have done differently. And maybe I don't have all the facts on it. So Emma, if you're listening, if you're not dead, I don't know how old you are.
True.
If you're not dead by now and you hear this, give us your reasoning.
Yes.
We have so many blanks for you to fill in here.
Yeah.
And that's it for the case of Charity Martin and how her mom and sisters betrayed her.
What I thought was going to happen.
Oh, yeah. What did you think?
I thought that she was going to kidnap her mama and hold her hostage and do some kind of like exorcism / sacrifice in order to try to bring her dad back to life.
Okay. I kind of thought it was going to go that way too. Especially when I read the part about the dollhouse, I was like, okay.
Yeah, I was like, oh shit, she about to kill her mama. Like, that's where I went.
It seems like a natural train of thought if you're going to be on that train. I don't suggest buying a ticket, but if you're on that train, I feel like the thought process would have been, if she's the bad witch and she's like the thing that's causing all these problems between like she caused your dad to get sick, she caused Charity to distance herself, and Charity is sick now. She's the head honcho, so like I should take her out or something.
So I wonder if,
not that that's right or that we're advocating for that, but like it just
part of me wonders, was it like
why was Charity the one that was targeted, you know?
Because she was weak.
Yeah.
Because she was sick for so long, like she was weak, so she was naturally an easier target. Whether she consciously or subconsciously knew that might have been part of her reasoning or not, who knows? But maybe that was part of it. And
how scary is that siblings and mom could just turn on her
in the blink of an eye
and pretend it's pretend that she was possessed. She wasn't possessed.
No. Stop.
I mean, in other cases that we've covered thus far with the possessions and exorcisms stuff, like the other people that were like exorcised had like, in the opinions of their like peers in the case, had exhibited behavior that was completely out of left field. It was a little bit wild.
Yeah.
A little bit just like, what the heck is happening with you? You're running around naked, or you're
running amok. Yeah.
But Charity's just going about her business. The only thing that happened is she got sick.
I'm trying to remember, did your first case that you did for this, Did Ed and Lorraine Warren pop up in that episode?
No.
No?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
No.
Okay. They pop up in the next one. So
but they do pop up in a lot of true crime cases. They have permeated the entire possessions world of true crime.
Oh, yeah. And hauntings and all that, which we will get into next week.
Mm-hmm.
I have an episode. I have a big one for you guys next week.
I'm ready.
And Ed and Lorraine, they...
Great.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot.
Our feature presentation.
Ed and fucking Lorraine Warren. Good God almighty. Anyways, okay. Wow.
So let's have a Halloween palate cleanser. Do you have a Halloween palate cleanser for us?
No, I don't.
I do.
I love how I'm like, no, not at all at the moment.
So my mother-in-law's name is Minty.
Mm-hmm.
That's her actual name.
Like minty as in I put a mint in my mouth and
it's
peppermint.
It's spelled I-E instead of Y at the end, but Minty. Yeah. So her name is Minty, and
she's so cute.
Minty, one year for Halloween, decided to have a little play on her name, you know? And so she dressed up like a tube of toothpaste. And I think she put fresh on it or something because she's Minty Fresh.
Minty Fresh.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. That's
how cool is that?
Best. I love that. That is so good.
Short and sweet little Halloween palate cleanser for you.
Yeah. Short and sweet and to the point. I don't have a Halloween one.
Do you have a spooky palate cleanser?
So this is my sister-in-law came up with this idea, and I want her to do it so bad. I don't know that she'll ever will, but she came up with this idea for a costume, and I think it's hilarious.
Okay.
She wants to make a costume that you wear where it's a really big sun, it's coming up, like the dawn.
Behind you?
Yeah, the dawn of the morning, sunrise.
Okay, yeah.
And then she wants to put make a hat that looks like a butt, but it's the crack. So it's the butt crack of dawn.
Oh, it's just like that costume from New Girl that girl made with the cape, the cats and dogs. It's raining cats and dogs.
Yes.
And she's a queen. Yeah.
Yes.
Just like that.
And I think that one would be funny. I literally just watched the Bob's Burgers episode where they went trick-or-treating and they got all their Halloween candy stolen.
Oh, yes.
And
Dr. freaking, yeah.
Yeah. So Luis's costume is fucking hilarious. And I honestly, one year, I really want to recreate it. It's the one with the dragon with the girl tattoo. So she
flipped the script.
She's like, what?
Yeah.
So I thought that would be fucking hilarious. I was like, I should recreate that costume. I think that would be so funny.
They have a lot of really iconic costumes throughout all of the Halloween episodes for Bob's Burgers. They're always so clever.
Yes.
Round of applause for the writers because
round of applause.
I look forward to seeing the costumes on any Halloween episode they do. So yeah.
I just love Bob's Burgers.
Say more.
It's just
Can we be sponsored by Bob's Burgers?
The way I would die.
Actually, we would be sponsored by Fox then. I don't know if I really want that, but...
Well... I'll take one for the team if I can be on the Bob's Burgers set or meet the actors who do the voice acting.
Oh my God. What if they had Laci and Lola on an episode of Bob's Burgers?
Oh, die. Oh, that would be fun. The girl that plays Louise, I just fucking love her as an actress.
I can't believe that's her real voice.
Oh, yeah. And she's played...
It's wild.
You've got to watch...
Gravity Falls?
No. You have to watch... She also plays in The Last Man on Earth. It's a series on Hulu. I don't know if it's still going, but they had a couple seasons. But she's funny, and she's so good.
She is naturally very funny.
She's so good. I like her. Yeah. Anyways, okay, that's all, guys. And that's... I was about to say, that's your last October episode. No, it's not. I lied.
We got one more.
We have one more, and we have a little bit of a longer case next week. So I can't wait for you guys to check it out and listen. I hope you've been enjoying your October spooky cases, and we love you guys.
And with that, please stay safe, stay skeptical,
and steer clear of the cultish carousel. Bye. Also, heathens, if you're enjoying the show so far, subscribe, do all the things because we love yes. We love us. Yes, we love us. We also love you. And we're a happy family, like Barney says, okay? Always remember that. Also, check out...
Why are you bringing Barney into this? Okay.
Because Barney's the shit, okay? Love Barney, commit tax fraud. Just kidding. That was a joke for legal purposes. Anyways, go check out our Patreon. Go check out our merch store. Go get you some stuff because we love it and it's just looking so fucking fine. Get you some merch before Christmas.
Represent your favorite true crime podcast.
Yes. Deadly Faith is brought to you by Laci Bean and Lola Robbins and audio engineered by Eric Howell. Thanks for listening.